For now, huh? Yeah, it really was only for now. One of the problems had been cleared, but there was still a ton of issues remaining.
あいつがおとなしくなり次第、こっちは本題に移るからな。
Once she calms down, let's move on to the main topic.
そうね。もうできるだけ茶番はうんざり。
Yeah, you wanted to leave. Okay. Agreed, I'm quite fed up with this farce. I had to get as much information out of her as I could, just because she had let her guard down here for the time being didn't mean surprise nature had changed. I stopped holding on to strange delusions the moment I saw the cold look in her eyes. The talk we had earlier, like friends at school fooling around, was all just an illusion. I felt bad. Things would happen if I didn't keep forcing myself to believe that she and I were enemies. However,
じゃあ本当に二人は付き合ってると思っていいんだよね。
so you two are dating for real then?
ああ
Yeah,
まあ
I suppose. It was already late at night, but it didn't end one bit. None of that mattered now, but we went on with the act, knowing it'd be the only way to get Kasumi off our backs.
絶対嘘じゃないよね。これで騙したら私もう本当怒るよ。
Ah, Kasumi, your one thing is being mad at everything and everyone. So yeah, being mad all the time is like your standard disposition. You're absolutely sure you're not lying, cause I'll be mad for real if you're tricking me. I suddenly raised my hand to proclaim my innocence.
桜井さんは？
What about you, Sakurai?
ええ、おおむね。
You're bad at lying, Kay. Please. Ah, yes, basically. Sakurai probably found the whole thing a pain too. It was clear she wanted to get this over with as soon as possible, so we were on the same page there. Incidentally, Shiro and Honjo weren't there. They said they were going to buy dinner, but that was probably a lie. Most of the guys were killed during last night's incident, so they probably had to go gather weapons and information by themselves and all. I thought about trying to talk them out of it again, but with people on their side dead, it was really unlikely they'd have listened to me anyway. I wished I could stop them, but I just didn't know how I could do that right now. So, for starters, I decided to take care of the situation first. Marie was already asleep, so as long as we could get Kasumi to calm down, I could rest easy. Also, I hoped.
おおむねってどういうこと？
Oh, Kasumi. What do you mean by basically? How much more persistent could she get? How long was she planning on obsessing over this one thing anyway? What Sakurai and I were doing in private was none of her business. Well, she's in love with you, Ren. We have to get that out there, but still, I fucking hate it. I hate this character. I'm sorry. I just hate this character.
何よ、そのすっごい嫌そうな顔。
Why are you grimacing like that?
だってな
Well, I mean, fed up with the whole thing, I decided to speak up.
さっきからお前どれだけこの話題で言ってんだよ。
When are you going to just let this go?
こんないかにもつまんねえこと。
I mean, it hardly even matters.
つまんない？
Hardly even matters?
悪い失言。
Sorry, slip of the tongue. Well, I could understand her logic to an extent, with all of us telling her lies. If she could only find one flaw in our reasoning, she could start doubting the entire premise of the thing. From Kazumi's point of view, Sakurai was probably the one least likely to be lying. I knew that. I really did, but...
友達に休校のことメールしても返信ないし。いい機会だから、今までうやむやにされてたあれやこれやをまとめてはっきりさせようと私は思うの。
I texted my friends about school closing, but I haven't heard back from them, and I think this is a good opportunity to clear up all the vague stuff that's been happening up until now. Now, if only she would get off my back. Kazumi's questions basically boiled down to three things. First, why was I with Shiro? Had I really not heard from him until just the other day? Second, why were Sakurai and Marie with me? And third, was I really dating Sakurai? Each of those were so ridiculous they made my head hurt. The first one wasn't much of a problem since all I had to do was basically tell the truth and say Honjo had somewhat forced me to come here. As for the second, I managed to get by that one by saying that Marie had fallen asleep and had just come along with me for her own volition. But the third one had been proving quite formidable. Well, to be fair, if I were in her shoes, I'd find the whole thing so fishy that even I'd call bullshit on it, but still. Anyway, I couldn't keep Sakurai going along with this forever, so I had to get this idiot to understand and go to sleep already. I had things I needed to do, too. Well, kiss Kay and everything is done. You'll break her heart, but she'll understand. One day.
どうすりゃ納得するんだよ。
Kiss? What the hell am I supposed to do for you to believe me?
だからさっきから言ってるじゃないの。分かってるくせにしらばっくれるなんて男らしくない。
The whole selling her what you feel thing? Sure, you could do that as well. Do I need to keep repeating myself? Stop playing dumb with me and man up already.
桜井さんだって聞きたいでしょ。
Why do you want to hear it, Kazumi? Why do you want to hear it? I understand why Sakurai, if she were in a relationship with Ren, would want to hear it, but why would you want to hear Ren saying it to someone else? Kazumi, you don't make sense, but okay. I'm sure you want to hear him say it as much as I do, right, Sakurai?
え？あ、それはまあ。
Me? Well, I suppose so.
ということだから、で、ここはがっつり男を見せて。
With that out of the way, show us what you're made of, Ren.
お前は珍しく俺をいたぶれるのが楽しいだけだろ。
You're simply enjoying this rare chance of being able to tease me, aren't you?
そんなことないですよ。
Whatever are you talking about? She was so full of shit.
さあ、それじゃあ行ってみよう。藤井蓮が今一番好きな女の子の名前は？
Now then, try saying it. The girl who Ren Fuji loves the most of all right now is... Drumroll, please. I knew it.
じゃじゃーん。はい。
And go. I really felt like punching her, but when you got to the heart of it, all of this was caused by my dumb lie, which made it my fault. I did regret taking advantage of her and lying to her all the time, so I...
お前だ。
You. Alright, let's continue. Blurted it out with quite a bit of honesty. Why?
私？
Yeah. Oh my. Huh? Me?
そう。
Right. As I watched my childhood friend wave her hands frantically and point at me like she wanted to complain, I slowly explained what I meant.
腐れ縁だしな。女って言ったらまずお前が浮かんでくるのは当たり前だろ。実際好きかって言われりゃ好きだし。
We're stuck together. When I think of girls, it's only natural that you're the first thing that comes to mind. I actually do like you. Do you now?
でもだったら桜井さんは。
Stop blushing, Kazumi. It wasn't my choice that you were the route I have to go on. But then what about Sakura?
こいつはまた別問題。
She's a different case. More like a different dimension.
それはつまりライクとラブの差なのでは？
Something like that. So, you mean it's like the difference between like and love?
さあ、俺はそういうのよくわからんし。
Hell, even I'm not really sure.
ダメよそんなの。友達に対する好きと彼女に対する好きはきっちりパッキリ分けないと。
Sakurai, can you pick Killer, please? Please. And that's no good. You have to clearly separate the two, the way you like a friend and the way you like your girlfriend.
携帯とかにこうずらーっと女の名前が100も200も入ってて、誰これって聞いても平気な顔で友達とかいうイケメン、私絶対認めません。
Ikemen. Okay. I'm not gonna let you become a sleazy bastard that browses his phone's contact list filled with hundreds of women while saying they're all just friends.
っていうか、男女で友情なんかあるかバカ。
Besides, friendship can't exist between men and women, you idiot. It can. It can. But it normally develops into something like romantic feeling on one side at one point in time. But it normally, if you talk about it and don't want to be in a romantic relationship with this other person, it's fine. It still can be a friendship and you can still go on. I have a lot of male friends and I get along with them quite fine. Sure, I had some friendships go awry because there were feelings involved on the other side. And yeah, well, I can't really deal with that. I'm really bad with that. I don't know. If I get too much attention, I normally step away, and that is it. That is the end of that relationship or the communication altogether. Because I can't. I really can't. I'm weird when it comes to that. So yeah. Besides, friendships can't exist. No. Kasumi. No. What was she getting angry about? Well, besides, had she forgotten?
お前前に俺のこと友達とか言ってただろうが。
Didn't you once call me a friend? She called me her friend or something when I was keeping my distance from the class on my first day back at school from the hospital.
あれはまたちょっと違うっていうか、あの時と今じゃ友達の概念、ニュアンスちょっと違うのよ。
Ah, Kasumi, just tell him outright, please. I didn't mean friend like that back then. It had a different concept? No, maybe nuance? Anyway, I mean friend in a bit of a different way now. Do you know?
意味がわからん。
You're not making much sense. Yes, you do not.
だから
Like I said.
ああ、それについての議論はどうでもいいけど。
Well, arguing about that point is pointless.
どうでもよくない。
No, it's not. Yes, it is. Would she let it go already?
そんなん語り出したら一晩かかっても終わらないだろう。
We'll be here all night if we start a discussion on that.
じゃあ今から一晩語ろうよ。
Well, tonight's as good a time as any, so let's do it.
勘弁してくれ。
Give me a break. There was nothing to discuss anyway. Our conversation would have been over in 5 minutes.
そもそもあなたがそっち方向に話を持っていくから悪いんじ
Now she's pissed as well. Ooh, it's your own fault for bringing it up.
なんでお前まで不機嫌なんだよ。
What do you think, Rem? What's gotten under your skin now?
そんなこともわからんのか、このバカチンが。
Kasumi, leave the room now, or I will kill you if I get the chance. Which I will not, sadly. You can't even tell that. How much of a dimwit are you?
ゃん。ほんとバカ。
He really is an idiot.
バカ。
Jerk.
もうだったらバカでいいから。
Oh, fine, whatever. Just call me an idiot if you want.
その投げやりな態
What's with that irresponsible attitude? Oh, Twitsumi fell headfirst into the sofa. I was growing a bit worried about her, though. Her mind had been underperforming all day.
私はただあんたが変なこと言うから桜井さんに嫌われたらどうしようって思ってるの
Do you know? Look, I'm just worried that Sakurai will start hating you if you keep saying stuff like that.
あ
Ah,
別に嫌ってはいないけど
I don't hate him. Really? I struck before Sakurai could say anything else.
そういうことならこれ以上邪魔しないでくれ。
That's how it is, so stop getting in our way, please.
邪魔って何よ
What do you mean by getting in our way?
お前がわめき続けてるせいでさっきから二人きりになれないだろ。
We couldn't get any time in private because you kept pestering us.
んないちいち硬直すんなよ。こっちが恥ずかしくなってくる。
Hey, quit freezing over every little thing. You're making me embarrassed.
でもそうね
It's the truth, though. Sakurai made a troubled smile and patted Kasumi on the shoulder.
私は彼と話があるから少しの間席を外してくれないかしらそんなに心配しなくても本当に話すだけだし
I have something I need to discuss with him, so could you leave us alone for a while? Don't worry. All we plan to do is talk.
私は別に心配なんて
I wasn't really worried or anything. No, of course not.
そうだったら
I see, in that case. Sakurai pointed to the door with her thumb. Kasumi started to say something, but in the end did as she was told and reluctantly left the room. Well, it was probably a difference in dignity there. She gave me one hell of a glare right before leaving, though.
可愛い子よね綾瀬さんって
No. Ayase's cute girl.
そうか。
You think so?
ええあなたは近すぎて気づかないのかもしれないけど
Yes, you might be too close to her to notice it, though.
で
Anyway, she calmly looked back at me and grew serious.
そんな彼女を締め出してまで私と話がしたいんでしょ要件は分かっているけど何かしら
I'd love to know what's urgent enough to make you try her out of the room. Well, I can guess, though. Either way, I finally managed to secure some time with Sakurai in private. With Kasumi taken care of, it was now my chance to clear things up with this girl.
何か飲むか。
Need a drink? I made that suggestion to change the mood and calm things down first. I didn't know what alcohol tastes like, and this wasn't the time to be getting drunk, but when I considered our relationship, I figured we'd need something to liven things up. Also, while it was only a guess, I suspected that alcohol wouldn't have had much of an effect on me now, given my current body. Sakurai suddenly held out her hand, so I grabbed a random bottle of whiskey or something lying nearby and tossed it to her.
ついではくれないのね
You're not going to pour for me, huh?
そういう仲でもないだろう。
We're not in that kind of relationship. Sakurai shrugged and opened the bottle, but I thought about passing her a glass, but then she up and drank half the whiskey straight out of the bottle. Ooh, Ellie will be pissed.
はい
Here you go.
何よ恥ずかしがるような柄でもないでしょ
What is it? I didn't take you for the bashful type.
そんなんじゃねえよ。
That's not it. I was just surprised that she also did things occasionally like didn't match her look. Feeling unable to back out then, I took the bottle from Sakurai and proceeded to drink the remaining half straight out of the bottle.
おいしい
Is it good?
くそまずい。
It tastes like shit.
ええ私も同感
Yeah, you're right about that. For starters, my theory turned out to be correct. Not even crazy drinking stunts like that seemed to affect my body in the
お
slightest.
酒もタバコも麻薬も毒も全部分解されるわよまあ慣れれば抵抗力を抑えて無理やり酔うこともできるみたいだけど
Our bodies decompose alcohol, smokes, drugs, and poison. Drugs are poison, But hey, in pretty much an instant. Although I hear you can surprise that and still get drunk if you try hard enough. Medicine is also poison. Now don't get me wrong. In the wrong dosage, it's poison. Poisonous, let's say it like that. There's a saying, but I can't get it together. If I remember, I'll look it up. I'm not sure if it translates well into English, because I think it's in German, but as I said, I will look it up, and if there is an equivalent in English, I will show it on screen. Yep.
そういうことを好んでやるのはベイくらいね。参考になった？
Not that anyone other than Bay ever thinks of doing that. Did that help you?
別に
Not really. I wasn't planning to stay like this forever. I wouldn't mind being immune to alcohol and smoking, but I didn't consider having nigh omnipotent body functions useful, either just sickening. Well, the taste of the whiskey alone made it worth drinking. The cheryl taste jolted my senses awake, helping me forget this dumb rom-com of a farce I'd been trapped in.
座れよ、桜井。
Take a seat, Sakurai. I gestured towards the sofa. Sakurai nodded and sat down, and I followed suit by taking a seat on the opposite side facing her. It was a whole day later than I'd been hoping, but now my nursing of Sakurai was about to pay off.
まずは一つだ。
First question.
もうここで流血は意味がないとか言ってたけど、それはあれだろ。
You said there was no longer any need for bloodshed here, but that's because of those things, right? I remember that Spinner had told me.
スワスチカ。
I will not try to pronounce it. I know I will do it wrong. The swastikas? Oh well. The 8 battlegrounds set up in this town. I needed to know their locations and the order they were planning to approach them. The probability wouldn't tell me about the letter, but I had to pry the form out of her. She probably wouldn't. No matter what.
今開いてるのは3つか。
3 of them are open now, right? Sakurai paused for a bit as she pondered my question, then answered.
いや、もしかしたら4つかもしれない。
No, it might be 4.
何？
What?
なんとなくわかるのよ。あなたは感じない？言葉じゃうまく言えないけど。
I just have a feeling. Can you sense it? I can't explain it very well then.
それより、藤井君が3つだと思った根拠と、その場所はどこ？
More importantly, why did you think it was 3 and what places are they?
そんなの決まってるだろ。考えるまでもない。
That's obvious. I don't even need to think about it. There were only 3 places in the city at the time that fit the conditions. The museum where Marie's guillotine was, the park I found Spinner in, and this club here, where many died last night. Nodding, Sakurai confirmed that I was indeed correct.
普通、スワスチカが開いた場所は、まっとうな神経の持ち主なら立ち入れないくらい汚染されるものなんだけど、ここはホールに集中したから、それ以外は無事のようね。綾瀬さんに触りを起こさせたくなかったら、あそこには近づかせない方がいい。
Under normal circumstances, sane people shouldn't be able to even get close to an area where swastika has been opened, but it looks like all of the mallets is contained in the main hall area of the club. If you don't want any harm to befall Ayase, make sure not to let her get close to that place.
そんなことは分かってる。
I know that much. It kind of pissed me off that she, the main culprit responsible for making our hall like that, was now casually warning me about its dangers, but I managed to contain myself. However, there was one thing that kept bugging me.
あなたが知りたいのは、残りすべての場所でしょ。
You want to know the other locations, right? But because Sakurai beat me to the punch, I lost my opportunity to ask. I decided I would just have to ask her later, then considered any remaining places that seemed clearly fishy.
うちの一つは学校だろ。
Our school would be one, I guess.
お前とルサルカが何の目的もなく転校してきたわけはない。
You and Rosaka wouldn't just transfer there without a good reason. Rosaka even said so herself, not to
前
mention...
にアースがどうこう言ってたしな。
You once called that place an electrical crown, didn't you? A place that could disperse the calamitous outbursts of Anne and Abe, probably something akin to a fear that effectively ate up the souls reaped by them.
ええ、ご名答よ。その通り。
Very good, you got it right.
なら結局
In that case, the true intention was probably to massacre the school students and teachers, so that was what Rosaka meant when she said that all I had to do was be there. So the place was about to get more dangerous. The closing of the school, first of all, was no doubt Honjo's work. We were successful in getting Kasumi away from there, but there was no way I could let the other students die. Sakurai said that 4 of the swastikas might have been opened. Could the school have been the 4th one? It was possible, but I hadn't heard news about any massacres or anything. It's probably the amusement park. Actually, knowing them, they would probably cover the whole thing up. They treated citizens as sacrifices, so it would be most effective for them to keep things covered up in public all the way until the end. So I probably had to go to school. I personally wanted to protect that place above all else. While I was having those thoughts, Sakurai went on.
諏訪地下を開くのは戦場。無気も繊維もない普通人を捧げたところで、そう簡単には開かないし、何百人も使って無理やりこじ開けても、霊格的には落ちるでしょ。
Okay, so stickers thrive on war and bloodshed. You can't open them that easily by sacrificing regular people with no intention of fighting. I suppose it would work if you threw hundreds of innocents at one, but the quality would probably suffer as a result.
だから、私たちには戦いがいるの。あなたという敵がいて、そこに巻き込まれる人がいて、大量の血と魂が懺悔すれば、そこは戦場跡として法人と化す。
That's why we need actual battles. We need an enemy like you and casualties that get randomly involved. An area can only turn into a proper seal of our magic once it's absorbed all the bloodshed and souls in its
と
vicinity.
言っても、それが最良というだけで、あなたがいなければどうにもならないわけじゃない。
Still, that's merely the optimal scenario. It's not like we don't have any alternatives.
戦場予定地に敵がいなければ民間人を。それさえいないのなら、仲間同士で結局スワスチカはこじ開ける。多少霊格が落ちようが、すべてそうでもない限り許容範囲。副首領閣下の術に穴はなく。と言っても、それが最良というだけで、あなたがいなければどうにもならないわけじゃない。
If we cannot find an enemy to fight in one of the specific locations, we can simply use civilian lives, or lacking that, our own comrades. The quality might suffer, but as long as not all of them are like that, we can still succeed. His Excellency the Vice Commander's sorcery is without flaw.
俺に選択の余地はないってことか。
In other words, I don't even have a choice in this.
そういうこと。
Precisely. If I fought them, I risked opening swastikas myself. However, if I left them alone, they'd just massacre innocents. It probably went without saying at this point that gathering several of them in one place and defeating them would be quite the Herculean task. I couldn't challenge Sakurai right then and there with Kasumi nearby, and I was totally out of options, which meant my only option was to accept said Herculean task and try to beat several of them at the same place. My one saving grace lay in the difficulty for anyone other than the students of the faculty to enter the community known as school. In other words, no other unrelated people would die there. At least, that was what I wanted to believe.
他の場所は
What are the other locations? Temporarily suppressing my emotions, I voiced another question.
教会、タワー、遊園地、それから病院。
Of course, Byoin, the hospital, sure. The church, the tower, the amusement park, and the hospital. tower? The thing we went to last time when they had that eating competition? I believe that was then, right? Oh yeah. Strange locations. Very strange locations.
うち3つは至極簡単に開けるわね。あなたがいてもいなくても、あそこは人がとても多い。
Jackson, stop scaring me, please. We can open 3 of them with little effort. Even if you don't show up, there are still plenty of people there. Yeah, the amusement park, the school, the hospital, the tower probably as well. She was right. The tower and amusement park were hot tourist attractions for Christmas, and the hospital had tons of patients. And the school. Although now they do have that notice on the website, but they will take it down. Probably.
私がこんなことをベラベラと喋る理由は分かってるのよね。
You understand why I'm running my mouth off about this, don't you? Yeah. Since having an enemy to fight was better than slaughtering civilians, telling me this would increase my chances of showing up in those places. In other words, she was only leaking information for her group's benefit. And though I knew that, all I could do was play right into their hands.
副首領閣下の性格の悪さには私もつくづく感心するけど。
I must admit that I am impressed by how foul a person His Excellency the Vice Commander is.
まるでどっちが鬼かわからない鬼ごっこね。自分を捕まえ屈服させてみせろ。あなたは追われながら追わなければいけない。
It's like a game of tag where you don't know who's it. He ordered us to catch and subjugate you, and so you run and hide while having to chase after us at the same time.
これくらいでやめておきましょうか。
In any case, I believe that's enough for that for now. Probably realizing that my self-control might not hold if she continued further, Sakurai relaxed and gave me a civil
あ
smile.
なたの性格はだいぶ分かってきたし、ここでやり合うつもりもないから。
I've gotten a feel for your personality. I don't want to fight you here.
で、次は私の質問に答えてくれない？どうして？
So will you answer my question now? Why?
いやまだだ。
Wait, I'm not done. There was still stuff I wanted to know, and I would have been annoyed to let things end at her pace. Above all else, I can't read, seriously. So I asked one of the questions I put on hold
博
earlier.
物館はなんで開いた？
How did the one at the museum open? The guillotine was at the museum, so maybe the dozen or so souls Kasumi reaped were gathered there, but that didn't sound nearly enough. Sakurai told me that Kasumi was the executioner or something, so I thought that I accidentally absorbed those souls together with Marie, but that didn't seem to be the case. Now that I was beginning to get used to my power, I knew that Marie was the only soul within that guillotine. According to Curious, she alone was superior to all of those freaks. Yeah. So the souls Kasumi reaped either went to the museum or somewhere else. Either way, they didn't open any swastikas. They certainly managed to awaken me to my power, but they wouldn't have been enough to fuel a spiritual explosion strong enough to open a swastika. Then just whose soul was it that turned the museum into a swastika? How many times do we want to repeat swastika, please? I wonder if something like that could become a hint to how I should solve this mystery, but all Sakurai did was frown and make a clearly displeased face.
それは大事な問題なの？
Does it matter?
大事じゃないなら隠さず話せよ。
If it doesn't, then why are you trying to hide it? Her face then grew even more sullen. She must have been hiding something that was best kept hidden from me.
別に大した問題じゃないけど。
It's nothing special.
あそこで昔仲間の一人が死んだのよ。ただそれだけ。
You mean was killed there? Executed. A while back, one of our comrades died at the museum, that's all.
死んだ
Died. I'd already more or less identified the Obsidian Round Table's members by that point. I could feel pieces in my mind fitting together. A member who was already dead, someone who Sakurai was reluctant to comment on. In other words, it was...
何よ
What? No, it was best I didn't go any further. It wouldn't be good to learn too much about her background.
何もないなら次こそこっちの質問に
If it's nothing, then let's move on to my question.
待てってまだだ
Wait, not yet. I interrupted Sakurai before she could finish.
あなた本当に勝手よね
You really are selfish, aren't you? Yes?
そんなうんざり言われても俺も好きでやってんじゃない
I know you're annoyed, but I'm not doing this for fun.
だったらあと一体いくつよ
And how many more questions do you have?
2つだ
Two. After that volatile exchange, Sakurai hastily urged me to continue with an annoyed jerk of her chin.
氷室先輩は何者だ
What is Himuro to you people?
神田があの人はお前らの仲間じゃないかといって無関係でもない
This is just my intuition, but I don't think she's one of you. Still, I get the feeling she's not unrelated either. In other words, I didn't know what her role was. She was a gloomy shut-in with terrible reflexes, so I felt it unlikely that she'd be a fighter who could kill people with ease. But in that case, what kind of position was she in? This was also my intuition talking, but I felt that mystery was the most important of them all. Who was Himuro and what was she hiding behind the impassive shell of hers?
俺はあの人が全て計算づくで動いてたとは思えないんだ
It's just that she didn't seem like the scheming type to me.
仲が良かったの
Is she a friend of yours?
ああ少なくとも俺はそう思ってる
Well, I do consider her one at least. Even those psychos couldn't tell who I was when they first met me, so I highly doubted Himuro could have already been targeting me when she became my friend over a year ago.
それは大事なことなのかしら
Is that important?
大事だよお前には分からないのか
Of course. Don't you get it?
分かってないのはあなたよ
You're the one who doesn't get it. Sakurai shook her head in exasperation, stood up.
さすがにもう我慢できないから帰るけどその前に教えてあげるわ
I can't take this anymore, so I'll be going now. But I'll tell you something first.
誰だって優先順位がある父親と母親のどちらかが死んでどちらかが助かるとしたらみんなより大事な方を選ぶでしょ
Everyone has priorities. If both your father and mother were to die, you would choose to save the one that's the most important to you, wouldn't you? No. Well, it depends on the situation. If it's like both need an organ, then yeah, I can only give so much. But then again, I do have a brother, and the likelihood that my organs would fit both of them is highly unlikely, so I would probably be the one donating to one of them, my brother donating for the other, if it's not something like that. If it's in a dangerous situation, I would try to see who is more easier to get out of that situation, and then make sure if it's faster, get them out first and then get them to help me with the other person, because if I'm alone, what am I to do? If they're in similar situations, then yes, I don't know, both buried by a boulder, I don't know, in different locations as well, so you can't just move the boulder and free them both. If it's like that, yeah, well, I'm not sure. Probably my mother first, and then trying to save my father. But yeah, then yes, but other than that, meh. What would your choice be? Who would you choose? Or would you choose? Leave a comment.
兄弟でも友達でも恋人でもそう。みんな大事。みんな一緒。誰も話したくない、選びたくない。そんな綺麗事通用しないわ。
Siblings, friends, and lovers are just the same. Sentimental notions of being able to save everyone don't apply in the real world.
あなたは彼女と友達だったのかもしれないけど、要するに切られたのよ。シスターだってそれは同じ。
You might have been friends with her once, but when things escalated to this, she probably abandoned you, just like Sister Brenna did.
藤井君と仲良く青春してるより、もっと大事でやりたいことがあったんじゃない？
Maybe she had something more important to do than playing along with your little coming-of-age drama. I was about to speak up, but chose not to. I couldn't say it. True, I understood her logic, but in that case, what was it that was so important to her?
分かり合えないわよ。無駄ね。
We're never going to reach an understanding. Sakurai looked away.
あなたとこういう話をしてると、私はとてもイライラする。言ってもどうせ分かってなんかくれないし、分かってもらおうとも思わないし。
I get incredibly irritated whenever we start talking about these things. You wouldn't understand anything, even if I told you. Well, it's not like I want you to.
だから、氷室先輩が何者かなんて、あなたが知ってもしょうがない。
I have a guess, but I won't say it. So, even if you knew what Himuro was, I wouldn't tell you.
あなたは
Help you.
知ったところで何もできない。
It's not like you could do anything about it.
お前の
Now listen here. I grew irritated at her harsh way of speaking and was about to grab her by the shoulder. But then she suddenly clutched her stomach and squatted down. Oh, the scorpion.
おどうした
Hey, what's wrong?
でもない。ほっといて。
It's nothing, just leave me alone.
ほっとけってお前
Leave you alone, are you out of your mind? That pain sure as hell wasn't normal. Had your symptoms from the night before come back with a vengeance?
いいわよ、別に。二度も助けてなんかくれなくても。
Why do you care? You don't need to save me
あな
twice.
た、なんかに、これ以上触られたくない。
What's that supposed to mean, Kay? It's a lie. I don't want someone like you touching me again. She was right that I had no obligation to help her twice, and we had just been having an argument, but we weren't done talking. So regardless of the circumstances, I had to lie her down and make sure she got some rest.
触られたくないのは分かったけどちょっとだけ我慢しろ
Look, I know you don't want me to touch you, but bear with me for just a little while, okay? I said that with a discouraged voice, then lifted Sakurai up so I could carry her over to the sofa. You fool.
バカね、本当。甘いわよ、藤井君。
It's incredible how naive and foolish you are, Fuji.
私、あなたのそういうところが。
And that part of you. It seemed her strength had completely left her. She fell on me with all her weight.
大嫌い。
You hate it, right? Really pisses me off.
No.
Something crashed at my neck and I felt the lights of the room dim.
ごめんなさい。でもあなたがうかつなのよ。
Sorry, but this is how you pay for your own carelessness.
女はあまり信用しない方がいい。昔からよく言うでしょ。
Haven't you heard this old expression? It's best not to put much trust in women. Wait, I couldn't open my eyes. I was losing consciousness. It appeared I'd completely let my guard down, leaving me totally susceptible to such a blow. Damn you, Sakurai.
言ったでしょ。私の立場を分かってるのって。
I did ask if you understood my position.
それに氷室先輩のことをあなたに話すわけにはいかない。だって彼女は
Continue. Besides, I can't possibly tell you about Himuro. I mean, she's... As my consciousness faded, I saw some Sakurai give a self-mocking smirk and turn around to leave the room. I shouldn't have let her go. I still had questions. What was so special about Himuro? Why couldn't she tell me about her? Unable to raise my voice and having been totally duped, I ultimately lost